Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. Hi everyone, we're the Hansons.
Hello.
We're showing our faces again. Do you want to show your face too? Ooh. We've been here since June, so we're coming up on about half a year. And we both lived in Japan before, separately in different areas, but this is our first time as a family. And we wanted to share a little bit about our experience so far. It's affordable. And yeah, we brought our cat. She's here now. This is all up to us now, so.
And we're mostly getting by on it, I think.
Yeah, I think we're doing good. I think in terms of our life here, it's clearer to say all our expenses as like if they were like 100 yen is a dollar, like their equivalent instead of the current conversion rate, just because like we're in this economy.
When we first showed up thinking about everything in dollars, things definitely were like, oh, this is
so cheap.
so cheap. Like I remember,
So cheap.
like even the Pikmin we bought for the baby little Pikmin plushies, I was like, oh, they're so cheap. I'll have to buy like all of these. And then after being here for a bit, now earning in yen,
I don't know if we can afford it.
yeah, we saw them again, and I was like, oh, maybe we're not gonna buy them. So like there is a definite like, you know, once you're settled in here in yen, it's its own world. I'm working here at an English school, so I'm making I don't even know, it's probably like less than half like in dollars than what I was making in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
But it actually for the area it's pretty good, and with kind of everything adjusted for costs of being in yen, it's all right.
And in the more rural side, we're not in Tokyo, Osaka, or whatever.
Yeah, like especially being out in the countryside, it's pretty,
We do pretty good, yeah.
comfortable, I would say.
Yeah.
But now, like, yeah, so I'm making a lot less, but our rent payment is like a fifth of my paycheck.
Is it?
So rent is about a fifth of take-home pay here. And that's just very different than what it was in Seattle. My take-home pay is like 85%. I don't know, I feel like
Oh, so you keep 85%
of my
your paycheck?
Yeah, of my gross pay, I feel like.
Okay. So like 15% goes to health insurance,
And
pension,
yes.
and taxes. There's taxes in there too somewhere. Or we don't make enough for a lot of taxes?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's pretty automatic is what I've been told, and they
That's
don't, you know,
true.
like oh, the IRS isn't as much of a thing here because they just kind of taxes are all done for you. It's just part of the deal.
Which makes sense, because how come the IRS can tell us if our taxes are wrong,
Yeah.
but we have to fill it out and then maybe go to jail if we do it wrong?
So I've heard it's simpler here, and so I don't ask too many questions. I see my gross pay, I see my take-home pay, and it's not that big of a difference.
That's true, yeah.
And I know that it covers pension and health insurance for all of us. Like, sure, we still want savings and emergency funds, but it's not like, oh, it needs to cover an ambulance trip and a medical expense. Health insurance is, I would say, very reasonable.
Well, it's not like you're paying every month for health insurance and then you still get hit with thousands of dollars in bills afterwards. So you're not just paying on top of everything.
Yeah, we're paying like $100-200 a month, and it covers pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Work also covers, I had a health checkup, and it was the whole,
Yeah, he got graded.
yeah, it was
We can make another video about that sometime, but
the whole
it's kind of
extensive like battery of different tests, x-ray, blood draw, like everything, and that was just 100% covered. So
yeah, it's pretty nice.
more thorough than any annual checkup I've done in the States.
Yeah.
And
Very preventative. Recently, my main gripe has been food. But I've always been kind of, I wouldn't say a picky eater. Like, I'll eat anything that's presented, but I have like food moods. If that makes sense. Like, if I'm not in the mood for something, it's gonna be really hard for me to like want to make it. I don't know. Maybe it's like the undiagnosed ADHD thing.
so in this household, the cat and I are pretty happy eating the same thing every day. Actually, the cat's thrilled to have the same kibble every day. I'm pretty content having the same cereal. Like, I like to mix up maybe lunch, dinner a little bit, but we're very much used to, I think, US grocery stores, which after living here for a bit more and like Man, U.S. grocery stores are a thing to behold. Like,
Okay, well, I just miss Winco. Like, I loved Winco. It was so much fun. Like, it's just easier to meal plan and buy things. Japan's kind of annoying because they're like, the culture is everybody goes out grocery shopping every day, basically. So like they sell like little teeny cartons of meat. Like, this is like just for me.
yeah.
If I gotta feed a family of like 4, what do I do? I don't know what people do here, but
Yeah.
if you eat a lot of rice, you'll be okay here, which is what everybody does. They just literally eat rice.
And vegetables. Vegetables aren't too bad. Well, seasonal vegetables. Like if you're just going for like lettuce.
Yeah, like lettuce or broccoli. Yeah, or cucumbers. Like in the US, you're so used to getting like any vegetable you want at any time, like even if it's out of season, just because they ship from everywhere. Which I mean, honestly, isn't that great for like your health or the environment?
Fine. It was in season where it was grown.
Yeah, but then you gotta like, then it's like get shipped across the world. Like, yeah, it doesn't work out when you're at like an island nation. So a lot of things are more seasonal here, which is nice. Like it makes it difficult when you're like really craving a certain food and you're like, oh, I really want like, yeah.
Now we're in winter, cucumbers are expensive and like hard to find.
Yeah. And like sometimes you just want a cucumber, you know? And the other thing I really miss about the States is like fruits were kind of, like they're just not as expensive.
Well, and there's just so much variety too. Like you can get all the fruits at any time.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard.
It's so hard.
Because every time I go to the grocery store, even if I'm getting like one thing, you know, I just like need more seasoning, whatever. And I end up getting like $30 worth of stuff.
Like every time.
3,000
yen. You go to grocery
worth of
stores
stuff.
more often here, so.
I want to say, because every week ends up being like about 70. So what was 70 times 4? That's less. So maybe a little bit more. I think 400 is
It's a good ballpark.
Yeah.
A good ballpark anyway.
Yeah.
Basically, our eating out is just katsu and Indo curry.
Yeah. I would like to go to that ramen place
And the
again.
bakery.
Oh, the bakery. We love the bakery.
We love the bakery. Utilities seem pretty reasonable. I think I'd heard that they're like expensive, and maybe they are, but coming from Seattle, it feels pretty comparable. I think we spend a little more on utilities here, but we also use a little more on utilities. 1 mon for utilities between electric and water.
And gas, yeah.
A tad over 1 mon. Yeah, home more. And the house is colder during the winter. Just with the humidity, it just cuts into homes a little more. And then
I lived in Michigan. I think you're right.
And then insulation.
Insulation really.
Because everything, we have one big window, one small window, and then the doors, the sliding big doors, all single pane.
All single pane. The culture about it is a little more like heat the person, not the room. Which, in an energy sense, I think that makes sense. And like
Unless you have good insulation.
Okay, but like I grew up in a house that was like we don't really turn the heat on unless it's like below 0 outside. You just put on more sweaters, you put on good socks, you curl up in a blanket. And like that's the Japanese way. Like they have all their little heating devices that you use just for like individuals instead of heating the whole room. I think someone could get adjusted a little bit better.
I don't want to wear socks.
Just wanted to give you a little glimpse into life in Japan, at least these first 6 months.
I like how affordable it is, and overall the rating so far feels pretty affordable.
Yeah, out of 10, what would you say? Out of places you've lived?
I don't know, up there.
I think mine's a good like 8.5.
Yeah?
As far as affordability, I feel like I'm not like struggling.
Yeah.
We've lived off of like below minimum wage before. And so like that's fine. I think I'm pretty frugal. He's fairly frugal. Like we make it work.
It can be if I have to.
If he has to.
Sometimes you just need a little treat.
That's true.
Yeah, overall I'd say it's pretty affordable and like makes lifestyle living pretty nice.
It's just kind of bizarre. I think it'll take me going back to the States to realize how different it is because you just like adjust when you get somewhere.
We did get tickets to go back in the summer for a bit to the States.
Yeah.
And that was also buying in yen now. Those tickets were like
that was rough.
Painfully expensive, even though actually like we looked at them in USD and I was like, wait, this is a pretty good deal.
Yeah. When we go in the summer, I think we'll be like, everything's so expensive here.
Okay. Have you done an apartment tour?
No, I haven't done a full apartment
just show what you
tour.
get for about $350 a month.
Yeah, we could do that. Clean up the house.
Yeah.
Good morning. I just cleaned up the apartment, so I thought it might be a good chance to show you around. kind of what a typical Japanese apartment looks like. This is a newer one. I think it was built like 10 years ago. It's just a typical 2-bedroom apartment, but so far it's been nice while we're renovating the farmhouse. I guess I'll start at the bottom. This is our little landing space. Little mirror and shoe cabinet closet. And then of course you have the genkan. And it's kind of an awkward layout because you just kind of hit the bathroom here. And then like there's the kitchen and living room. I'll show in more detail. And there's all the 2 bedrooms here. I guess we can start here, get the worst out of the way. It's our guest room, but when we don't have guests, then it's kind of where everything piles up. And then here's our bedroom. This is where we all sleep. And yeah, pretty simple. 1 window, aircon unit, bed, and then the closet's actually a very big closet. And we've already filled it up, which I want to have less stuff. We kind of try to be a little more minimalist, but you know, I like thrifting, so that doesn't really match up very well. All right, Kat's leading the tour. Let's go, Kat. Kat always likes to go in the shower room. This is your typical Japanese unit bath, and it has the tub over there. Got a little shower head, mirror, shelves, all you need. The only part is I hate cleaning these things. It's just that drain piece, but if you pull that drain piece up, it's just like other little drain pieces, and it just collects everything and gets super moldy and gross. And the bathtub's really cool. It has the little heating panel. You can choose the temperature that you want. You can even press the button so that it fills up on its own. And then, yeah, you can also recycle water. So if you already have water in your tub, you can like, this little thing will pump it out, heat it, and then put it back. So you don't have to use more water, which I think is a really neat feature. Anyway, that's that. Baby's getting wet. We'll leave him there for a second. All right, and then this is our vanity. Yeah, you call these a vanity. Ginormous sink, which I don't understand. I don't know why you'd ever need this big of a sink. I'm not a huge fan of open storage because you just see all your stuff there. But it's all right, I guess. Are you drinking the water off the tub too? All right, you're oh gosh, you're banned. Okay. This is our washer, and they're small, but they are mighty. They actually do a really good job. Out of all the washers I've had. Are you feeling sleepy already? All right. Then moving on, we got our toilet room, and of course, we thought 1 toilet wasn't enough. We have 3. Got the cat toilet and baby toilet. Pretty standard. I do love that the sink. Here, I'll just do it. All right, let's flush it. You flush it, and the water comes out the top, which I feel like makes so much sense because nobody's using that water if it doesn't have a sink. So Japan's pretty clever. Oh, of course, and it's the washlet, so you got all the bidet options, heating options, blah blah blah. Very great. We do love that. And then yeah, it's our toilet room. All right, what's next? And this is our tiny kitchen. Honestly though, it does the job. I always like having a lot more counter space. I mean, you can see here it's like 2 feet of counter space. Oh, sorry, and there's dishes. But it's not as bad. Maybe I don't cook elaborate enough dishes, but you know, we get by for doing our little dinners and things. Anyway, so yeah, that's our kitchen setup. Got our microwave oven here. When you say microwave oven, it actually is an oven too, like a convection oven, which is kind of fun. Baby wants to see something over here. Can I see the plant? Yeah, rice cooker. I don't love our furniture setup, but you know, it's just for keeping baby out of things. But yeah, that's our living room, dining / kitchen. Oh yeah, one other thing. Ceiling lights don't come they don't come furnished, so you gotta bring your own. This is one we're gonna take to the farmhouse. That's why it kind of doesn't match. But yeah, something odd that I didn't expect. I didn't have to deal with in any of my previous apartments. But yeah, thanks for tagging along. That's our little apartment tour. And I'll see you guys around. Bye.